for a number of years now, we've been associated with Jennifer Starlight and Peter Harris, which are very nice friends of ours. Jennifer has been a psychic medium for about 20 odd years, and the interesting part about Jennifer is that she channels an ancient entity which is referred to as Min. So this afternoon we're going to actually go do a one-on-one with Min, and we're going to discuss Andino with Min. So it'll be very interesting to see what comes out of it. But in the meantime, Janisha's been doing some scribing with Andino, and he had something to say.
Well, I didn't really know an awful lot about Min. I've probably only been to one, maybe two Min sessions through Jennifer Starlight and Peter's therapy group
Invisible
that
College.
They have. So I didn't really know much about Min other than that Jennifer Starlight channels Min. So I did ask Andino for his thoughts on Min, and this is what he had to say. He said, you will be a fine specimen for him to work with. He's not used to dealing with people with special skills, so this will be a very good opportunity for him to get to experiment with the forces within. You'll be impressed by the quality of the reading he gives you, and yes, you will see me and know who I am and what my intentions are for good. So that was the first little bit, and then he went back to Min later on, and he said, Min, he is a very interesting character, and he is of the stars, and he's very good at what he does. So don't dismiss him. He is wise beyond his years and is a force among spirits. He is a very intellectual spirit with many forces of nature, being a spiritual Amazon of nature. And he is just a good spirit with wise interpretations of the world and its ways. He verbalizes his teachings so that the world may listen to him and be amazed by the grandeur of his words. He is a wonderful spirit and wise for an alien, he says, but he is a wonderful spirit and has a multitude of services to offer the world. You should be able to learn from him a lot, and he will be a big help at getting our spiritual journey out there. You will be amazed by his knowledge, so don't underestimate him. He is huge, but not as huge as me. They're so egotistical, these spirits. He is my nemesis, but he is a force, no doubt about it. He is a very important part of your growth. So take it all in and be amazed by the enormity of it all.
Well, that's very interesting because, like I said, we have got a very high respect for Jennifer and Min, and I have been to a number of their sessions. So when I read, she said the word nemesis, I always think of Star Wars and thought, aren't they supposed to be enemies or something? So I did a little Google search, and it said, a rival of whom a person cannot best or overcome. So if you're wondering, oh, that's bad, no, it's quite good. So,
Exactly.
so it's very humble of Andino to
Put him on that level.
on that pedestal. And who
exactly.
said who said spirits don't have egos?
Exactly. It's all
All right.
competition.
So this afternoon we're going to go and see Jennifer, and we're very excited, and then we'll add another video to this to see how we go afterwards.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. Well, we've just got back from a visit at the Invisible College with Jennifer Starlight and Peter Harris, and I have to say, what a wonderful experience it was. It was really, really awesome, and I think inspiring for me, and more so for you, because you're the one with the skill, to think that we sat there. It was humbling, and again, I think Min was pretty well on the mark.
Yes, exactly.
So tell everyone what you thought about it.
Well, it was good to have the confirmation of what you're dealing with, and Min was, very straightforward in saying that,
It's cut the chase, isn't it?
Yeah, that's actually what he said. Let's cut to the chase. It's this is a very pure energy that you're working with, and in fact, they called it the golden energy, which is the highest of high. Was how he referred to Andino, and that he's here to do very special things with me, which is wonderful. And he's of very good intent, which was even probably more important for me.
Because we all have doubts. We all,
Yeah.
our critical minds all think about this and think, oh, is this right? And all these
That's
type
right.
of things.
So
Yeah.
he was just, it was just really confirmation that Andino is of very good intent, comes very highly recommended, and is the golden light. So he's a very purest of pure energy, which is lovely.
And again, Jennifer put you through a quick meditation where she got you to think of things differently in relation to visualising Andino.
It's going through a channel.
A channel. And how did you find that?
It was very good, yes.
Did you say something about the back of your neck?
Yes, that's right. I could feel the energy through the back of the neck, and I could also feel, probably for the first time, I hadn't really noticed it, but I could actually, Min was saying that when you're channeling, really what you should really feel is your heart pounding in your chest, which is what I do feel.
So much to remember.
Yeah,
so much,
the heart pounding in the chest, and that's what I was very aware of, was the beating of my heart.
And what Min said was that's recognition of it working.
That's right.
So when your heart starts to beat, it's working.
That's right.
What else interesting?
When I came home,
yeah.
I sat down with Andino and just did some automatic writing, and I asked him what he thought of the Min session, and he said he was amazed by his power and his diverse account of the situation that we are in, and he says, now you're in the driver's seat, so be the driver. You can open up the whole good side of the spiritual world and be a prophet among the spiritual world, which was lovely.
Is there more? Because I got a question from that.
Yeah.
Because one thing that, which I found interesting was that, again, everyone's got their own truth. So, what Min says may be different to what someone else says. But, Min says that everyone is equal, and we are not lesser beings than the spirits. We are, in fact, the leading edge, and in fact, that to remind you that you're in the driver's seat. He's not driving you, you're driving him. And I think there may be, not a power struggle, but there is some type of settling period that comes along.
That's right. Min did mention that, to take control and you be the driver and not the passenger. And when I've come home and sat down and talked about what Andino said, he has made reference.
Did he get a bit hurt over that?
No, he made reference to it and said, you are now in the driver's seat, so be the driver. He's telling me, you take control, you be the driver, not the driven. And you can open up the whole good side of the spiritual world. So he's telling me, you take control. I want you to take control. So he's taken note of what Min was saying in the session.
I thought there could have been a bit of conflict after that.
No, not at all. He's saying, you just take the car and drive, girl. I'm ready to be the passenger with you.
Well, that's pretty good. There's so much questions, but there was so much to go through with it, wasn't there? Driver's seat, practice, seeing. Was there anything about seeing? And again, that was the other analogy. Min is of the stars, and Andino is of the golden light, which comes from different sources.
He is from the stars, the moon, the sun, the solar system, all of them. He is all of them, wrapped into one.
Okay. All right. I can't think. There are things, but it kind of said at the time you think there's so much to go through. But it's a very nice mentoring system, and Jennifer, if you're watching, we'd like to come back.